Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another Hammer Productions night. Tonight, I will be reviewing The Deadly Bees, released in 1967. Directed by Freddie Francis, from a script by Robert Bloch and Anthony Marriott. Starring Suzanna Leigh, Frank Finlay, Guy Doleman, Catherine Finn, John Harvey, Michael Ripper, Katy Wilde, and Michael Gwynn. Now, this was based on the H.F. Hurd novel from 1941 entitled A Taste for Honey, which was previously adapted for a TV series called The Elgin Hour and starred Boris Karloff in the role of Mr. Mycroft. Now, when Robert Bloch originally wrote this script for this, the Mr. Mycroft character was in it, but for whatever reason, Amicus Films decided to remove that character and have a lot of rewrites done by Anthony Marriott, which Robert Bloch did not support. Robert Bloch originally wanted Boris Karloff to reprise his role from the TV series The Elgin Hour as Mr. Mycroft, and he wanted Christopher Lee to play the character of Ralph Hargrove, as played in this film by Guy Doleman. But, for whatever reason, Amicus did not want to pay for the use of both Boris Karloff and Christopher Lee in this film. And they got another Lee in here, although it's spelled differently than Christopher Lee. They got Suzanna Leigh, who is absolutely beautiful, and I love her as an actress, but this script does not do her any justice at all. It is horrible for her character because she suffers a mental breakdown, and Michael Gwynn's doctor character of George Lang suggests that she go to visit with Ralph Hargrove, his friend, and stay at his place until she recovers, which she, of course, has to agree with. Of course, her manager, played by John Harvey, is completely against this and wants to get her back out there because she's a singer, and he's wanting her to continue performing, even though this mental breakdown was caused by her being overworked by this jackass. But once she gets there, you'd think she'd be grateful for Ralph allowing her to stay there and everything. But she's nosy, she snoops around his place, and she suspects him of things. You know, I mean, it's the guy is giving you a place to stay while you're recovering. Be grateful and stay the hell out of his business and don't, make waves. But then again, she meets Frank Finlay's character of H.W. Manfred, and she instantly befriends him, and she doesn't even suspect that he is the real villain of this story. It just makes her look very stupid as a character, and then it isn't until near the end when she finally realizes that she's been wrong all this time. And it really is, I doubt it was that badly written with Robert Bloch's original script. That included the Mr. Mycroft character. Cutting out that character, I think, really did hurt this film. Now, not that Guy Doleman does a bad job playing Ralph. I mean, I know Christopher Lee would have been much better, because it's Christopher Lee. But Guy Doleman is likable enough, even though his character is not very likable. He makes him very likable, even though his character is having this drift and issues with his wife, Mary, played by Catherine Finn. And he has the local barmaid, the daughter to Michael Ripper's character of David, Katy Wilde, Doris, come in to assist him with Vicky, Suzanna Leigh's character. It's apparent whenever she is introduced that she has a crush on Ralph. as a character, and it's just she's so cute and adorable, and I've always liked her as an actress. But the performances in this are not bad, and the direction by Freddie Francis is fairly good. But it is the execution in the editing process that lets this film down badly. And also the badly done effects of the deadly bees attacking and everything, where it's basically just sticking flies with glue on people's faces and making that represent, hey, that's the bees. And then overlaying over top of it a bunch of bees in front of a screen that they remove the background, and it makes the bees look like they're flying around the actors. And it's just, it's an effect that is overused. And another thing that is highly overused in this is the scene where the villain, which is revealed to be Frank Finlay, of course, pulling out this thing with the bees and shaking it and everything, and it's just, I hope you enjoy that shot during the main title, because it is reused ad nauseum anytime the bees are sent to kill someone or attack someone. Now, one attack that I didn't object to, I mean, because it gave us a chance to see Suzanna Leigh in a bra for an extended period of time, and she is just, I have always loved her. I have always thought she's gorgeous, and this is the most skin you'll ever see of her in anything. There's no nudity here or anything, but just seeing her, this beautiful woman in that bra, it was sexy, even though it's a scary scene. But yeah, The Deadly Bees is not one of the better films by Amicus Films, and it's probably the worst film I've ever seen Freddie Francis direct. Even though it's not his fault, I don't think. For the most part, I think most of this was in the editing process, like I said. But yeah, such a shame. This could have been a much better film had they stuck with Robert Bloch's original script and his idea to cast Boris Karloff with the Mycroft character, who was completely cut, and casting Christopher Lee as the Ralph character. But alas, Amicus went cheap on this one. But my final review for The Deadly Bees, I'm going to give this film a 7.0 out of 10. If it weren't for the reuse of that one scene through the editing and all the stupid filter shit with the bees, this would probably be a much more interesting film. But yeah, it's not very well executed, unfortunately. But what do you guys think of The Deadly Bees? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on the channel right now where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up for all other subscribers. So if you want to get interactive and help me to get more movies on here that I might not normally review, become a Plus member.
Well, that's it for another Hammer Productions night. If you missed last week's Hammer Productions night, check out the link up here to get caught up on that one. Or if you missed any of the other Hammer Productions night, be sure and check out the playlist right here to get caught up on any of them that you have missed.